This video is about how to work with your leader, your manager, so that you have better success in your career. So I'm going to teach you 2 tips to be successful in your career, dealing with your manager. Let's go.
Hey Tom Ping, love what you're doing on your channel, buddy. Super congrats. You know, giving your time and energy to nonprofit business channel. Look, man, keep driving that audience. So Tom Ping, look forward to spending some time with you. I know you got the right mindset, so I'd love for you to share some of that from the big V. God bless, be great. 10X.
So if you work for a company, you probably have a leader, you probably have a manager, somebody that you report to. They probably expect certain things from you. They certainly expect results. Today, I'm going to teach you 2 tips on how to deal with your leader so that you will be successful in your career and maybe even one day become a leader yourself. The first one is you don't want your leader to save your ass. You don't want your leader to save your ass. You never want to leave the situation so dire, so disastrous. You don't want to go to your leader and say everything's fucking wrong, oh my god, fuck, and then your leader has to deal with it. So this usually happens when the staff, you are too confident. You think you can do everything. You know you can do everything, and then you fail. And then when you fail, you go to the leader and say, hey, everything's like shit. Can you help me? But by that time, it's already too late. When that happens, your leader will learn from this. Your leader will learn that he or she cannot trust you. So next time when you handle something, your leader will be watching you, will pay attention to everything that you do because they don't trust you anymore. So sometimes you don't want to bother the leader. Sometimes because you don't want to distress the leader, so you don't ask them any questions until it's too late. But when you ask questions when it's too late, then they don't trust you anymore. Maybe you think you're giving them less frustrations because you tell them everything's great, but when things go wrong, that's when they're stressed. When you make them stressed at the last minute, when things go wrong, they will never trust you again and they will watch you carefully. So you never want that to happen. So what should you do when you know you're handling a big project, when you're handling an important customer, when you're handling a difficult customer, or whatever it is, a difficult problem that maybe you're gonna run into problems, talk to your leaders early before problems happen. You tell your leader, hey, I'm concerned about this. Maybe this will go wrong. How can we work together and solve this problem? When you tell that to your leader, they will appreciate it because you're covering their ass when you do that. But when you wait until things are complete disastrous, when things are complete apeshit, they will never trust you again. So always communicate issues early on, not wait until it becomes a disaster. Second tip I can offer you how you can work better with your leader manager, and that is save their face. It sounds like a very simple tip, but when your leader, when your manager tell you, well, we cannot do this, we cannot do that, we should not do this, we will not refund the customer, we cannot finish payroll on time, whatever it is, you do not communicate to other people in a way that makes your boss or your leader the asshole, right? You don't want to make your leader the bad guy. Let's say you have a difficult customer. You ask your boss, well, what should we do? And your boss says, we can't do it. And then you go back to the customer and say, well, my boss says we can't do it. And then now the customer's angry. And the boss is angry because the boss thinks that you're a fucking idiot. Why you tell that to the customer? Right? So you put yourself in a position where nobody likes you because the customer thinks that you just communicate messages between the boss and the customer, and your boss thinks you're an idiot, you don't know how to communicate, right? So you don't want to put yourself into that position. What you want to do is you want to add value to every conversation. So the boss tells you cannot do it, you think about it. The boss says we cannot do it because obviously it's good for the whole strategy of the company, but the boss is thinking about the whole company, not just about you or this case. the boss is thinking about the company, right? So there's a reason why he said we cannot do it. So you communicate to your customer. You say, customer, this is my fault. I did not communicate this early enough to the company. It is my fault, and I take full responsibility of it, and we're gonna work together and solve this problem together, right? So you always communicate in a way that's your responsibility. You never shift the blame to your boss, because when you shift the blame to your boss, you know what happens? First, the customer will never trust you because the customer thinks that you're just the middleman, all right? And the boss is gonna hate your fucking ass, and he's probably gonna fucking fire you. So 2 tips that will help you succeed in your career, dealing with your manager, dealing with your leader. Okay, take some fucking action and don't be a